Hey everyone, it's so nice to be back here with you and offering a shorter class today. Now today is going to be a little bit focused around the core, just a little bit, nothing over the top by any means, but it's really important that we start to weave in this core engagement throughout our class. Now before we start moving, what I'm going to ask you guys to focus around is not locking out the core. If you play with core engagement while you listen to me finish what I'm saying, you'll notice that when you lock out the core, that means you can't breathe properly. We really want to make sure that we carry fluidity into our movement, but more so fluidity into our breath. So as best as you can today, find that level of core engagement that will serve your body, build strength, but also allow the breath to move fluidly in and out of the lungs. Okay, with all of that said, I'm going to invite you guys to come to a comfortable seat. Start to close down through the eyes. Soften the shoulders towards your hips. And let's start that fluid breath here and now. In this moment, know there is nothing else to do other than breathe. Can you enjoy that simplicity? And can then you keep it simple? And don't feel the need to overcomplicate this by adding in external thoughts, things that will happen next, or perhaps things that have just happened. Just find that fluidity, that seamless transition between the breath in and the breath out. Really good. Slow and steady, blink open your eyes, come to all fours. We're going to start with scap slides, scapular movement. So place the hands directly underneath the shoulders, the knees underneath the hips. Now look forward if you've never done this before. We're looking to create movement through our scapula. It looks quite similar to to cat-cow, but it's not the same. So, slow and steady, start to drop your chest towards the earth and allow your shoulders to come by your ears. And then slowly push the floor away and feel that space in between your back row. Let's move breath in with it now, moving to the length of the inhale, drop down. Exhale, push the floor away, move up. Really isolate this movement, drop down, feel shoulders by ears. Push the floor away around just the upper back. Let's do two more. Drop down, slow and steady. Push up. Last one, hold breath in to find that depth. Hold breath out to find the height. Good. Now walk all the way to the front of your mat. Grip your fingertips into the earth. Turn the eye of your elbow forward in space, wrapping the triceps back. Tuck the toes under, hover the knees off the earth. Now from here, we're going to walk to the back of our mat, but notice how my spine didn't come up and my hips didn't come up. That's what we're trying to create, a really strong and stable spine throughout this movement. Let's walk back to the front of the mat, grip the fingertips, lift the knees, slowly walk to the front. Take lots of little steps and slowly walk to the back. One more time, all the way forward, guys. All the way back. Good, make your way to the middle of the mat. Roll out the wrist. And then really slowly we'll just create some movement through the arms. As you breathe in, start to reach as far forward as you can. Reach up to the sky. Feel that internal rotation, and as you exhale, let that hand come down by your side. Just one more like that. On the left side, reaching forward. Reaching up. Reaching back. And then down. We'll go to the other side. As you breathe in, lift the right arm forward. Really overemphasize this movement. Keep breathing in, and then as you exhale, let the arm turn. reach back and down. Just one more time like this. Again, finding that fluidity. There might be some bits that feel a little bit sticky. See if you can move through that with grace. Good, roll the shoulders back once. Plant the hands. Let's find our downward facing dog. And just start to pedal through the legs. Really work on pushing the floor away. You guys will notice if you're sitting in the shoulders, we want to push the floor away so much that you feel that extension. Maybe a couple more pedals of your legs if that's what you need, or potentially you've already found stillness. On that next inhale, lift high up onto the toes, and as you breathe out, drop both heels over to the right. So you're on the outer edge of the right foot, inner edge of the left. Keep that downward facing dog shape, hips high, keeping the sitting bones up. Take a slight bend in the knees and really ground down through that left outer hand, left inner hand. Keep that breath. Feel potentially that length creep into the left side body, stemming from where the shoulder is, all the way through the ribs, maybe into the hip. On your next breath in, rise up onto the toes. Breathe out, both heels drop to the left. First, push the floor away. Ground the right hand down, keep the hips high, slight bend in the knees. And now that length creeps into the right side. Maybe you've got a little more depth, maybe not. Just feel that breath move into the right ribs. Slow and steady, back up onto the toes. And land. Right leg to the sky, guys. Breathe in, move slow. Take the knee to the nose as you exhale. Step in between the hands. Extended arrowhead. Now here, what I'm going to ask you guys to do is tuck the tailbone down and under. You're going to find a little bit more sensation through this left hip flexor. Squeeze on the left glute. Reach your hands forward as much as you can, and then your pinky fingers, turn them towards one another and keep reaching. We want to make sure that we've got a whole lot of length here. Let's take one more big breath in, reach forward. Arrowhead as you breathe out. Your arms will swim by your sides. And then when they get there, squeeze your shoulder blades together. So you've got a nice open chest. I know you can feel the legs shaking. I'm right there with you. Let's take just one more breath out. Open chest, crescent lunge. As you breathe in, take a little mini back bend. Squeeze your shoulder blades together, belly on. And then warrior two as you breathe out. Really nice. Tuck the tailbone down and under. For so many of us, we kind of hang a little bit back in this front leg. I want you guys to really work on creating that bend, sink deep into this posture, but don't forget about the back outer edge of that back foot. It's a lot of alignment cues, but this is that accountability, keeping yourself mindful for each and every little alignment cue. Let's breathe out together. Straight leg reverse as you breathe in, right hand to the sky, front leg straightens. Extended side angle as you exhale, rebend this front leg. Top hand is going to reach up and over. Now we want this long line from the back outer edge of the foot all the way through the hands. This elbow, you'll notice it's on my knee, but I'm not dumping weight into it and certainly not dumping into the front of the shoulder. It's there as a guide. Let's take our last exhale here. Left hand down, side plank as you breathe in. Now guys, you can bring this bottom knee to the earth, but no matter what variation you're in, slide your left shoulder blade down your back, lift your hips higher. This is where that core comes in. Keep pushing the floor away, keep the breath fluid. Let's take one more big breath in, reach up. Chaturanga as you breathe out, right hand to the earth, control the movement, lower, hugging the elbows in. Upward facing dog, squeeze shoulder blades together, glutes on. Downward facing dog as you breathe out. Whew, we got right into it there, huh? Catch the breath, find that fluidity. Left leg, let it rise, slow and steady. Empty the belly, take the knee to the nose. Step in between the hands, reach forward, extended arrowhead. Once again, tuck the tailbone down and under. Make sure your right leg is super straight. Belly on, but not locked out. Hands reach forward to extend the lever load so the belly's working just a little bit more. Let's take one more big breath in to reach. A breath out, swing the arms by your side, empty the belly, squeeze the shoulder blades. Nothing changes in the lower half, but maybe you start to observe the difference in the belly. From that lever load being extended away from the center in comparison to down by the sides. Exhale. Open chest, crescent lunge, rebend that back knee, squeeze shoulder blades together, belly on. Warrior two. Seamless transition as you breathe out. Shoulders are soft, but arms are really strong. And although this long hold might feel uncomfortable, can you come back to the breath? Breathe out one last time, sink lower. Straight leg reverse, feel that front thigh release. Extended side angle, rebend that front knee. Be careful that it lands over the ankle. Right hand up and over. Notice, guys, I turned my pinky finger to the earth. I'd love for you to try that on. Keep reaching, make sure this arm is not carrying any weight. Just one more breath out. Right hand to the earth this time. Side plank, Vashisthasana. Lift your hips higher. I am talking directly to you now. I'm right there with you. Keep the belly on. Maybe you can even crack me a smile. Let's breathe in to reach. Breathe out, shoulder stability, core stability. Chaturanga, elbows in. Up dog. Anterior side opens as you breathe. Downward facing dog. Fully empty the belly. Fluidity in breath. Fluidity in movement. Right leg will rise as you breathe in. Knee to nose, use the whole breath out. Extended arrow, reach forward, inhale. Regular arrowhead, squeeze your shoulder blades as you breathe out. Open chest, crescent lunge, move slow, find that long breath in. Warrior two, land heavy, breathe out. Straight leg reverse, there on purpose to release the front thigh. Rebend that front knee mindfully, extended side, use the whole exhale to land. Left hand down. Right hand will rise, stabilize through the shoulder and the core. Chaturanga as you exhale, lower slow. Up dog to breathe in, thighs off the earth. Down dog, hips up and back, breathe it out. Left leg, let it rise, take it slow. Knee all the way to the nose, shifting forward to step. Extend your arrow to breathe in. Arms down by your side, open your chest, breathe out. Keep that open chest, crescent lunge, inhale. Warrior two, land heavy, breathe out. Straight leg reverse, reach your left hand higher out from the hip. Extended side, right hand reaching as far forward as you can. Right hand down. Left finds buoyancy, breathe in. Slow and steady. Lower as you breathe out. Up dog, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. Let's go again, right leg, let it rise. Empty the belly, find the space to step. Reaching your hands forward, left glute on. Open the chest, hands down by your side. Open chest, crescent lunge, rebend that that back knee. Virabhadrasana 2, breathe out. Straight leg reverse, fluidity, find it slow. Rebend that front knee, extended side, breathe out. Left hand down, right to rise, breathe in. Slow, lower down, breathe out. Upward facing dog to inhale. Hips up and back, breathe out. Left leg, let it rise. Take the knee all the way to the nose, push the floor away as you exhale, then step. Hands reach forward, breathe in. They swim down by your side to breathe out. Open chest, crescent lunge, that fluidity in the upper half. Virabhadrasana 2. Breathe out. Straight leg reverse. Breathe in. Extended side angle. Exhale. Right hand down. Left to lift. Ooh, take a big breath in. Both hands down and lower. Breathe out. Up dog. Push the floor away. Down dog. Exhale. Catch your breath. Slow down that breath out. Turn your sitting bones up to the sky. And here I tell you, we're going through one more time. But can you focus on the fluidity of movement? The transition as you breathe in, breathe out. As you move from one pose to the next. Catch that last exhale here. And once you are ready, right leg will rise, breathe in. Knee to the nose, exhale. Step like you haven't before and reach forward to breathe in. Arms swing down by your side, breathe out. Open chest, crescent lunge, keep that fluidity moving. Virabhadrasana 2, land deep. Straight leg reverse, enjoy it. Extended side angle, tuck the tailbone down and back. Left hand down, right to rise, take a big breath in. Stability in the core and the shoulder, lower down to breathe out. Up dog, open the anterior side. Downward facing dog, breathe out. Last one, left leg lifts. The exhale sends the knee to the nose. Breath in to rise and reach. Breath out to open the chest. Breathe in to open it further. Breathe out to land. Straight leg, breathe in. Extended side, use the whole exhale. Right hand down. Left to lift. Slow and steady, chaturanga. Up dog, inhale. Child's pose. Exhale. Knees together. Slump the upper body over your thighs. Lay your arms down by your side, your head to the earth. And catch that breath now. In this folded over shape, can you really take that control? And there are not many things in life that we can control, but our breath is one of them. So as best as you can, control that exhale and expand as you breathe in. Let's take just one more breath here. And then really slowly push your hands into the earth and come up to a hero's pose. From here, we're going to slowly work our way into a back bend. We're just going to open up through the upper body first. So really slowly find your way into Anahatasana. Bring your hips over your knees, your hands to walk out in front, and drop your chest down to the earth. And just start to breathe into this shape. Allow your heart space to melt through your mat. And keep your hands activated into the earth as you lower your chest down further. And just one more breath here. Using the strength of your arms, grip them down, walk them back. And we're going to come into camel pose. If you have a block or a pillow, you're more than welcome to place it in between your thighs to encourage that activation of your legs hugging to the midline. Now we're not going to come too deep into this posture, but it's a beautiful way to open up the upper half of the body and the lower half of the body. So from here, the heel of your hand, place that on the spine, the top of your hip bone, like you've got your hands in hygiene pockets. From there, what I'd love for you guys to do, turn on the belly, but don't lock it out. Turn on the glutes. Start to push your hips forward in space. Hug your elbows, your shoulder blades together, and start to find a gentle back bend. Now you might only move a little bit or you might move a lot, but no matter where you are, keep activating hip bones forward. And find your variation, find your depth. One more breath. Chin to chest first. Slow and steady. Bring your hips towards your heels. Slump your chin to your chest. Round through your spine. We're going to come into this posture just one more time. If you know any deeper variations or you're seasoned with this particular posture, by all means you do whatever you would like to do as long as you do so safely. Slowly bring yourself back up. Place your hands in your hygiene pockets. Activate hip points forward, belly on, glutes squeezing, hug, shoulder blades together and elbows. Maybe this time you reach down for your heels, but push your hip points forward. Whatever variation is amazing. Just keep breathing here. Keep the belly activated, the breath fluid. One more breath. Chin to chest. If your hands aren't already on your hips, move them there. And slowly lower down. Both knees together. And find that same child's pose we were in before. Allow this beautiful rounding, this flexion to enter the spine after this big extension. That's something that's really, really important when we're back bending, that we counter our poses and that we bring the body back to that centered, calm place. So those yogis that know Ujjayi, please turn it on. I'm going to ask that you guys take just one more breath in child's pose. Slowly start to roll the body up to a hero's posture. And from there, I'm going to invite you to bring your right leg out long, your right sitting bone to the earth, and then move your left heel to the outer edge of your left hip. Now, if this is too much for the extension in the ankle, too much pressure for the knee, if you have a block or a pillow, just anything to prop up the right sitting bone, bring that in and underneath the right so it will alleviate some of the weight from the left leg. Now from here, we're coming into half straddle pose. So we're going to start to lean back. You may notice a stretch through the quad and the hip flexor just by dropping weight into the hands. Or maybe you need to lower down further, coming onto the forearms. Or maybe if you've got the range, you lay down on your back. And just ensure that there's not too much of an arch through the lumbar spine, and that you can still actively push your left knee in towards the earth. Breath really fluid. Mind still. Observe the thoughts as they come. And then watch them leave. Allow them to mimic that fluidity we've been trying to cultivate all class. Just one more breath on this side. And then slowly start to lift the body up. Gently unravel the left leg. Place the right heel next to the right hip. And straight away, find your variation of this posture on this right side. Just ensure that activation of right knee digging into the earth, so you're finding more of an active stretch than passive and empty range. Just 3 more breaths on this side. Slow and steady, using the arms to bring you back up. Both legs out in front and lay down on your mat. Slowly start to bring your right leg up to the sky, either clasping behind the knee or potentially taking pistol grip on the foot and drawing that leg in towards you. Just feeling those right hamstrings come to length. Still allowing the breath to move in and out, but create that gentle control, keeping it long, intentional. One more breath on this side. Slowly swap over, dropping the right leg to the earth, left leg to the sky, drawing that knee in towards you. And just 2 more breaths here. Slowly drop the left leg, Supta Baddha Konasana. Soles of your feet together, knees knock out wide. You can bring your hands beside you, or maybe you gently place them on your belly. But wherever you are, start to relax the eyes, the jaw, the shoulders. And maintain that fluidity within the thoughts. not grasping on to any, but allowing them to come as quickly as they want, and then leave as quickly as they want. From here, I invite you into our last and final pose, Shavasana. Lay your legs long. Close down your eyes. That fluidity remains in the breath. You let go of the control. You feel the muscles wrap softly around the bones. And commit to this stillness. Yogis, if you would like to stay longer, stay. But if you are ready to move on with the rest of your day or night, roll to your favorite side. Gently push yourself up to a seat. Land your hands in Anjali Mudra. Bow your head to your hands. Together we acknowledge the practice, we acknowledge each other, and we acknowledge ourselves. Namaste. Thank you guys so much for joining us once again. We appreciate you more than you know. Let us know how you're going. Thanks, guys.